Shalom. First and foremost, only of all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect. And the one-third remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be centered around the topic of the Lord bringing us through tribulations into blessings. And you just have to go with the flow, you know. There's no need to try to fight against the spirit or kick against the pricks, right? Because, you know, trying to hold on to something that's gone is only going to bring you down with whatever is departing from you. And if you feel that whatever the Lord is stripping away from you is more valuable than your relationship with the Lord, then he's going to give you over to it, right? Versus you going with the flow and the Lord bringing you into a place in which, you know, you would have never even considered you'd be, never would have thought was achievable, all because you were obedient and you chose to, you know, walk the path that was in front of you, and you were blessed in the end, right? The Lord hit you with something nice, okay? And that's, you know, a common theme. You know, the Lord is going to always constantly be sifting and testing, okay? Because each test or experiment, if you want to call it, is to make us better and stronger, right? Is to make us more dependent and more considerate of the Lord and his ways, right? To keep us more on point and bring us closer unto him, which ultimately should be every man's goal in this thing, right? To get closer to the Lord, right? And have him guide and lead our lives, right? This is James 5:11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy, right? So when you're in these, you know, tough times, that's something to think about. What Job went through, what Yahweh himself went through, what all of the men of the Lord went through, okay? They all went through tribulations. They all went through tough times and seasons. But in the end, what was their, you know, outcome? It was always on top. It was always better than where they were originally, if they had to lose it, right? The gain was so much more, okay? So if you see something going away, just, hey, go with it, all right? You notice your woman is showing less interest in you, or starting to act a certain way, right? More distant. You may get that feeling that she may be stepping out. You know, your emotions are going to kick in, right? Like they should, right? With the woman that you're dealing with, right? That you love and invest time into. But, you know, trying to step in between what's happening is, you know, silly, and it's going to lead nowhere, especially when you see the writings on the wall, right? You're only going to make it worse. Okay. You see she texting a man, but you want to be delusional. Well, she wasn't with him, right? And you try to hold on to it and, do all this other shit, try to keep her, not realizing that you just separated yourself further from the Lord. And that could, not just saying it could be a woman, it could be anything, right? It could be anything, okay? Why? Because the Lord, he's going to take away what makes you comfortable a lot of the times. And, that could be anything. But it's only for a season. All right. The Lord, you don't know what the Lord got in store for you at the end, right? You may lose a vehicle, right? And have to go through a season of not having one. But then at the end of that, the Lord hits you with that blessing because you were obedient and patient, right? Now you ain't gonna even, you done forgot how you was feeling before. This is 1 Peter 1:5, or it's like 1 Peter 5:10. But the Most High of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Yahushua Hamashiach, after that ye have suffered for a while, make perfect, establish strength, settle you, right? So after you have been suffering in this season, right, the Lord is making you perfect and he's establishing you. He's making you strong. He's building you up, right? For you to be better off than you was before that, said incident. Okay. And you just have to trust the process. You just have to trust it. Can't doubt it. And realize that all things work, positively for the elect. The Lord didn't put nothing, he didn't put an obstacle in our way for us to fail, right? The obstacle is an opportunity for you, whether you know it or not. So, soak it all up. Okay? Soak it all up. Sit back and, embrace it. Because only good is going to come out of it. This is Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to his purpose, right? So the elect, right? All things work good for you. So you lose your job and like, damn, I did not, you thinking about, what did I do? What did I lose this job for? I did everything right. Showed up on time, came back from breaks on time, worked overtime, was, doing everything they asked me to do. They still let me go. Well, maybe that's because the Lord got something better for you. He knew that him causing you to leave this place is going to make you, venture out and run into your next blessing. So just follow it, right? Just follow it, man. This is Isaiah 14:27. For Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts has purpose, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back, right? So whatever the Lord put out there is going to happen. And there's nothing that you could do, or there's no way that you could feel that's going to turn that. The Lord, whatever is written, okay? If it's written, it's written, and you just have to go about it instead of questioning why and shit, tapping into that feminine energy, okay? Start, being ungrateful now. The Lord giveth and he taketh away. All right? So nobody's exempt. Nobody's above that. Right? There's no respecter of persons. Okay? So you just have to, remember that. This is 1 Peter 1:7 or 6. 1 Peter 1:6, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, right? So you're going to go through all types of shit, right? Ups, downs, ins, outs, left, rights, right? But you have to endure that trial, that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach, right? So we go through all these things for the Lord to be pleased and satisfied with us at the end of it, right? So we could be part of the, the few to receive the glory and honor and praise, when Yahushua returns, okay? Because the elect, that's a very high esteemed, person, okay? The Lord Yahushua himself is going to give you your flowers, give you your crown, right? So it's worth it, man, and the lesson comes out of it. And oftentimes that tribulation leads to your blessing. So with honor of all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shem, B'Kakudash, Wa, Ba, Ba, DTA, and DTN.